I think this is such a wonderful discussion. Everyone's made such wonderful points. I just like to add here. Are Hindus who are so used to being abused by people of other religion or people of their religion, as I said, what do you mind as a Hindu? Do you mind that somebody is called your most revered festival Mahakumbh as Mrityu Kunj? Or do you mind the fact that just yesterday a barbarian was given 2 life sentences who perpetrated the Sikh genocide, Sajjan Kumar I'm talking of, 1984. Right. Do you mind the fact that a genocide that happened 6 years after that, the Kashmiri Hindu genocide, the Supreme Court says it's not going to open the criminal cases against those who perpetrated because too much time has elapsed? This is the distinction I want us countrymen to talk about. Do we mind somebody calling Kumbh Mrityu Kumbh, or do we mind that the highest court of our land is refusing to open cases of criminality against Hindus because it says too much time has elapsed, and 6 years before that genocide, it has already convicted people who took part in that?
No, absolutely. Any affront to both civilizational heritage and to citizens is a problem. Karan, now that the Kumbh has concluded, how would you sum up the discourse and answer the detractors?
So, Pranesh, very seldom do we have events, and when I talk about events, this is the biggest spiritual gathering. I mean, 65 crore people, that's almost comparable to the size of Europe. When so many people come and we pull this off, it should be a moment for nationalistic fervor to take over. I mean, we should pat ourselves on the back because we are one in this. We as a nation have pulled this off. We don't need pontifications from the West or from anyone about crowd management, about tolerance, because we are a culture that revels in acceptance. Unfortunately, we see that nationalistic fervor only when we win an Olympic gold medal, or when we win a World Cup, or during Chandrayaan. But this is one of those events that should rank at par with them in our crown of achievements. This is a shining jewel in our crown of achievements. And it should have been bipartisan. Opposition, the party in power, everyone should have celebrated this together. But unfortunately, and it's very unfortunate, that the opposition chose politics over nationalistic fervor, division over unity, which is why they resorted to this sort of slander right from day one. Whether it is calling Mrityu Kumbh, whether it is calling Kya Kumbh se roti milti hai, Chhapri, all these jibes. Because their entire politics, Pranesh, is predicated on division. Anand Ranganathan ji just said that the beauty is people came from everywhere, and RP Singh ji also said कि कुंभ में एकता थी, वही एकता इनको खटकती है. पीडीए की राजनीति का क्या होगा फिर अगर एकता हो गई? राहुल गांधी जी की जो कास्ट की राजनीति है उसका क्या होगा अगर एकता हो गई तो? This resurgence, this unity is what is pricking them and not letting them celebrate in this nationalistic fervor. They should put their politics aside and come together. Constructive criticism is of course welcome. We've had constructive criticism. We've questioned about accountability, about the UPPCB and other things. Of course that's welcome. But when you label an entire event as Mrityu or Faltu, you are trying to deride the nationalistic spirit. And it's the spirit that should be preserved and celebrated, because what is a nation without a spirit? If we don't celebrate that spirit from time to time, this is one of those occasions where we should have celebrated. We are celebrating, and the opposition is still welcome to celebrate and pat themselves on the back, because we've been one in this, in pulling this off.